This is the final voyage for the SS Cape Archway. The tug Miss Ruey, which is owned by Smith Maritime in Green Cove Springs, Florida, arrived at the Brownsville ship channel just past noon today. The Miss Ruey towed the Cape Archway from Norfolk Naval Shipyard. They are heading to international shipbreaking in Brownsville, Texas, where the Cape Archway will be turned into scrap. The African Neptune, later named Cape Archway, was designed by New York naval architects Gibbs and Cox Incorporated. It was built by the Ingalls Shipbuilding Corporation in Pascagoula, Mississippi in 1962 for Farrow Lines Incorporated, a steamship company headquartered in New York, which operated principally in the U.S. East Coast Africa trade. The ship was built under several federal ship subsidy and financing programs. After serving Farrow Lines in commercial trade, the African Neptune was acquired by the government under the terms of the Ship Exchange Program of the Merchant Marine Act of 1936. It was renamed Cape Archway and placed into Defense Sealift Service with the Ready Reserve Force, RRF. The Cape Archway is one in a group of 6 general cargo breakbulk vessels classified as C4-S-58A under the Maritime Administration's design classification scheme. The other 5 ships include the African Comet, which became the Cape Alava, the African Meteor, which became the Cape Alexander, African Mercury, which became Cape Ann, African Sun, which became Cape Avanoff, and African Dawn. The ships were constructed for Farrow Lines in 1962 and 1963 for operations on its subsidized African trade routes. Collectively, the ships were known as the African Comet class. Eventually, 5 of the 6 were acquired by the government, placed into the RRF, and renamed the Cape A class. The last of the 6, the African Dawn, was not acquired by the RRF. It was renamed the SS Dawn and operated under military charters into the 1990s before being acquired by the Maritime Administration. Prior to 1948, Farrow Lines was known as the American South African Line. It was the main U.S. flag steamship line that provided cargo and passenger service between the U.S. and Africa from 1926 to 1948. Its cargo generally consisted of manufactured goods outbound from the U.S. and raw materials inbound from Africa. The vessels had deep tank capacity capable of carrying such commodities as tallow, lubricating oil, cashew oil, as well as fruit, flowers, and lobster tails. The Navy's Military Sealift Command activated the Cape Archway on August 20, 1990. The ship left James River for the Bethlehem Steel at Sparrows Point, Maryland, where it was made fully operational. From Sparrows Point, Baltimore, Cape Archway proceeded to the Military Ocean Terminal, Sunny Point, and South Point, North Carolina, to load ammunition. It then proceeded to Adanam, Saudi Arabia. Cape Archway was assigned to the Navy's 6th Fleet, where it served as an ammunition shuttle ship. It carried ammunition to and from Rota and Cartagena, Spain, Lisbon, Portugal, Augusta Bay, Sicily, and Ceuta Bay, Crete. In December of 1990, Cape Archway docked at Marseille, France, to undergo repairs. The vessel returned to Earl Naval Weapons Station in Colts Neck, New Jersey, to unload and load ammunition. It also carried ammunition to and from the Glenn Douglas Munitions Depot near Holyloch, Scotland. Cape Archway returned to Charleston, South Carolina in January 1992 and to the James River Reserve Fleet sometime after. Cape Archway earned several distinctions by becoming the first Maritime Administration RRF ship to qualify as an underway replenishment ship ready to serve the Navy's 6th Fleet. Additionally, it was the first RRF ship to be converted, manned, and deployed as a combat logistic force augmentation vessel.